Yo, 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 y'all already know what time it is, man. It's your host with the most. Your boy, Dub Q, is in the building. Without further ado, y'all already know what time it is, man. Come on in here. Let's get on into it. Let's get the talk going. You see the thumbnail? I know you came for a reason. You came for the controversy. And yes, I am with the fire in the date. I want all the smoke. To anybody right now, the disclaimer is if you don't want to hear anything positive about Anthony Richardson, go ahead and exit now. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the quarterback of the future, QB1 of the Carolina Panthers is here. It is your boy, AR-15, and he is cocked, ready, and loaded. I've sit back and long enough, I've heard plenty of podcasts. Everybody has their guy, whether that's Bryce, whether that's CJ. Well, I'm going ahead on the line. I'm going to go ahead and tell you who my guy is. My guy is hailing at 6'5" from the University of Florida. This is a guy that I can't wait to see in action because look, the guy has it. The throwing ability, he has it. The ability to put it right on the mustard, he has it. Look, this guy has the pocket capabilities. Look here. The least sacked guy in all of college football last year has been your boy AR-15. He is a human force to be reckoned with. And I'm telling you right now, I am watching you guys sob right now as you hear all this positivity about this guy because one, to all the CJ lovers, he is to me a better quarterback. Yes, he just was not in the same circumstances as CJ, nor was he in the same circumstances as Bryce. And let's make no mistake about it. CJ Stroud has 5 potential number 1 receivers that's going in the first round. I mean, let's be real. He got 5 first rounders that he's had over the basic time of his career. And now AR hasn't had that. Bryce hasn't had that. So, I mean, it is what it is. Bryce has a guy named Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, let's be real. Other than anybody else, AR-15 doesn't have anybody on that offensive side that's getting drafted. I mean, let's be real. So this guy has been on a lonely island for majority of this season. He started in 13 games with a lackluster coaching staff, and still yet he had impressive throws. He had impressive stands where he just stood in the pocket and deduced, and he had to learn the quarterback play. He had to learn the quarterback system on the fly. So to everybody that's questioning his ability, look, he just went to the Raiders today and they said that he was so impressive. They want him at number 3 immediately. They want this guy immediately. The presses, go out and look at it right now. Look it up. AR-15 impressed the Raiders so well, they might not even let Jimmy G get on the field. That's just how crazy it was. So I'm telling you, if they draft that guy, it's already hats off. But I'm telling you right now, there's a guy in the North. Thomas Davis spoke about him in Carolina North, up in Charlotte North. He's in love with Anthony Richardson. Every time he go to the drawing board and he think about X's and O's, he thinks about the 6'5" guy that can come out here and basically give us all of the winning earnings that we need here in Carolina. Think about it, bro. Frank Wright has been salivating over the thought of having AR-15. Now, it's all about getting everybody on the same page. Look, some guys want Bryce in-house. I think Thomas Brown and those guys want Bryce. Some of those guys want CJ. But at the end of the day, AR-15 is what the head coach wants. And so I would not be surprised if he pull a fast one on draft night at the last minute and pull number AR-15 into that number 1 projection. And he comes strutting out there and put his hat on and look like a Carolina Panther quarterback. So all I'm saying is the guy to me is the consensus number 1 overall pick. Is he worthy of being a number 1 overall pick? I think it's been slated that everybody sees the talent that this guy withstands with hell's within him. He has the ability to have a higher ceiling than all of these guys. Look, the ceiling for this guy right here is raising and hosting Lombardi trophies because he has the talent to be one of the best quarterbacks we've seen in a long time. It's with the right coach and the right offensive coordinator in the right system. This guy could be dangerous. And is Frank Wright that guy to really make the most out of him and get him to the next level? I think that he can be. So all I'm saying to all you Carolinians out there that's watching this video and saying, Q, you crazy. You don't pick this guy to be number one. Well, you got to remember, we're not a traditional number one overall team. Now, hear me clearly. Did we lose every single game and ended up number one? No, we didn't. We were at number 9 after winning 7-10, going 7-10 in the NFC South. Basically, after the NFC South was won with 8 games. I know you're saying that's lackluster, but like I said, after going 7-10, which is not a huge disappointment of a season. It's a disappointment of a season, but not a huge disappointment. But we did not go as bad as the Bears did. We did not go as bad as the Cardinals or those guys did. They barely mustered up enough wins to get into the top. So all I'm saying is those guys were consensus the worst teams. We were a better off team. We just had some of the worst coaching under the guy that would not be named. And Steve Wilks tried to turn it around because the guy that will not be named was the absolute worst coach in Carolina Panthers history. And he had the talent on the team. He just did not know how to manifest it. The only thing that we really were missing big time, and that's big time, was a quarterback. We didn't have a quarterback. We had Sam Darnold. We had P.J. Walker. We had the cast and crew of Baker, Matty Corral even in preseason, but we didn't have a guy that could take us to the promised land. So all I'm saying is at 7-10, we decided to trade up and get to the first round pick, get to the number 1 overall pick. So that's what I'm saying. We are not a traditional number 1 overall pick. We had a better surrounding, a better cast around us. We got a defense that's well put together. We got an offensive line that's there. Look, we went out and got Miles Sanders, Hayden Hurst. We have everything we need to compete right now. We just missing a quarterback. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm willing to be patient to get this guy on the field because make no mistake about it, Frank Wright them said that they're going to take a day 1 starter. Now, I'm going to put this in your ear. They said Cam Newton struggled with defenses, and look how he did when he came out. 400 yards one game, 400 yards the next game, and he was elite. All I'm saying is let's not put any barriers. Let's not limit anybody. Just because you can't understand it doesn't mean it's not successful. All I'm saying is the sky is the limit for this young man, and I'm wishing him the best, whether it's him or somebody else. I just take a strong liking to this guy because I see the intangibles, the ability to be a leader, the ability to throw that football. And to anybody that wants to come in and say he is not a great thrower of the football, you're wrong. To anybody that says he's a runner first, you're wrong. He stands in that pocket and he makes throws. All you have to do is type his name into YouTube and take a good look. This guy is phenomenal. Now, just because he's not what you're liking, he's not your tasting, doesn't mean it's not good food that's being put out there. The food is still good. It's just not your tasting. It's not your liking. It's okay. There's a lot of healthy stuff that's good for you that you won't consume as people, but it's okay. Somebody else will consume it and they'll take it and mold it to be great. Frank Wright is that guy that's going to put the clay in his hands and mold it. Carolina, let's get on board with AR-15. Your boy is in the building. Shout out to everybody who's watching this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Look, I said it and I meant it and I'm going to stand on it. Let's get it, man. AR-15.